Coventry has begun its year as the UK's City of Culture for 2021, with its first events taking place this month. The city has been showcasing its cultural heritage as it hosts art and events throughout the year, and has hoped that this will play a significant role for the city's prosperity, especially post-COVID. Well, we're going to be checking in each month through the year to see what's happening there, and today BBC presenter Trish is looking at street art. Wow, and there you are in front of some lovely street art, Trish. Tell us more.
Yes, indeed. I'm outside Coventry's largest professional theatre, the Belgrade Theatre, in front of what is arguably one of the largest portrait murals in the country. It's of the 19th century actor and anti-slavery campaigner Ira Aldridge. More on that in just a moment. But let's think about what it's taken to create this massive mural. It took 3 days in teeming rain at times. It's over 20 feet tall, and it took over 4,000 litres of spray paint to make this happen. And the artist stressed that it was a privilege and an honour to paint a pioneer. And what a pioneer Ira Aldridge was. At just 21, he was the first black person to manage a theatre in the whole of the UK. He was given the keys to Coventry Theatre in 1828. He's also thought to be one of the first black Shakespearean actors, playing leading roles in Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet and Othello. And it was his inspiring work that led Coventry to petition Parliament for the abolition of slavery, so incredibly influential. And I'm delighted to say his legacy lives on with artistic director of the Belgrade Theatre and actor himself, Corey Campbell. Corey, what a legacy. What's it like following in Ira's footsteps?
Well, I don't necessarily feel that I am following in Ira's footsteps, but I am certainly inspired by Ira Aldridge and the story of Ira Aldridge. And I also know that Belgrade was inspired by Ira Aldridge, and since I've handed over the keys to the co-artistic directors now at the Belgrade Theatre, but I'm also inspired by the spirit and the energy that Coventry has. You know, Coventry, the city that moves, Coventry, the city of culture, Coventry, city of peace and reconciliation, and Belgrade Theatre, obviously the theatre of sanctuary. And I think when that energy of Coventry and that spirit of Coventry meets the energy and spirit of entrepreneur like Ira Aldridge, history is made, and I believe we're in a similar place now.
Why are stories like Ira's so important in this City of Culture year to tap?
But I think that question could be answered in many different ways, but what I like to focus on when I think about the legacy and the story of Ira Aldridge is diverse leadership, the diversity of leadership. His age, 21 years old, you know, the fact that he was a black leader, black entrepreneur, and went on to do amazing things. And I think that the idea for me is, or the thing that inspires me, and I hope that it inspires many other young people and diverse leaders, is that he took the opportunity, and sometimes an opportunity needs taking. Nobody's waiting in the wings to give it. Sometimes you come and you make that happen. And I also feel that Ira Aldridge's story is a huge part of British history. In the 1800s, a black man came from America and became one of the leading pioneers, not only of the Coventry Theatre, but as you say, acting at the Globe and the rest of his legacy. And it's important that black British history doesn't just start with the Windrush. It's important that it has that legacy. But I also think that there's a challenge in that we have to question why it took 200 years for more cultural leadership, diverse leadership to take place, whether in Coventry or nationally.
Well, it's a big year for you as well, City of Culture year. A lot of performances at the Belgrade, and you've got a big digital film coming out called Seaview.
Yeah, so Seaview is a supernatural family drama. It follows one family, 2 sides. A young graduate called Stephen finds out that he's a prophet, he's able to see the future, and he uses his ability to try and better the life of his cousins, and naturally parts of that go wrong, and we get the butterfly effect until one event strikes and it sends the family into a realm of secrets, lies and crime, and there's some big decisions that have to be made along the way. But you have to watch it to find out the rest of that, so yeah, catch it.
He's such a tease.
Can I just say that the premiere for Seaview is actually November 10th
Okay.
this year.
Well, best of luck with Seaview. I can tell you the view from here is
So good morning to your eyes in the UK and around the world. UN establishment, intelligence services all over the world. West Midlands Police Force, you're in charge of Coventry Police. And Coventry people and anyone watching with interest. Right, that's what's on the mainstream media news today, this morning. Coventry Council are advertising the City Culture Award they won. Coventry UK City Culture Award they won, which is handed out to cities in the UK each year. That's information for TIs around the world who don't know what goes on in the UK. And so, the advertising really, wanting tourism and especially students, trying to portray the Coventry Council as not being racist. Where what I have been exposing and have reported to West Midlands Police and to Coventry Police, that there's a bunch of misfits in Coventry, hired loads of mercenaries, armed forces, navy, police, security forces, bodyguard, doorman security, miners, firemen, foreign legion experiences, and between them all, they're doing their Interpol, MK Ultra, gang stalking, 24-hour Big Brother, watch, legally, criminally organised, internet networked, streamed, and everything captured, photographic, video or sound recording form, and being put on their servers for future, per usual, in government protocols to try and detain any member of my family who've been in Coventry since the late 1970s, and so have more right to live in Coventry than any of the government workers, any of the council workers, any of the local people, anyone younger than us. And it's been going on since the court case involving a Coventry Council manager, Miss Hoban and her family. Court case of sometime, I think it was May 2004. I've forgotten about it, trying to move on. And a year after that court case, I started having those mysterious things happening. People being stalked, as targeted individuals are exposing worldwide, all similar patterns, traits to stalking. Like a relay tag team. I'm thinking, well, if it's the police, eventually they'll move on in a couple of weeks, a week or so, and as we can see, I'm doing no criminal activity. They're trying to stitch me up that way. But then he just carried on. Even being, I suppose, we reported it all around the UK, had done what I thought was right to report it all. But they just ignore it all, saying keep reporting it to the police, going back and forwards. And told the story before, so I'll fast forward to where we are now. I think it's a cheek. Well, I know Coventry City Council, police, and the network of abusing corrupted racketeering council workers, along conspiring with NHS, social services, some of our centre doctors, association psychiatrists, their mental health administrators, and anyone else in that network who their elder peers, who the seniors know from around the UK in similar occupations, linked to mental health, linked to social services, want to be sociologists, human behavioural scientists, researchers, and so-called professors, scientists from NHS Coventry University Hospital. And for how long it's been going on for 15 years, they've just got more and more manpower involved. And they're using internet technology to stream it all back to wherever the HQ is, where the cinema room is, back to local people's homes who they're conspiring with, and back to armed forces, navy, ex-workers, present workers, juniors who've took underneath the wings, new recruits who've took underneath the wings, who've got to join their corrupted circles, who think they can do anything they want, think they're above the law, so-called wannabe Freemasons, wannabe secret cult society, whatever, all corrupted racketeering network. Thinking they can sustain it because they're protected. And so, I says, I know for a fact, Coventry Council are a bunch of racist, have a network of racist abusers, corrupted racketeering workers in their council, yeah, and they have the audacity, the nerve, the cheek, yeah, to cover the wool over Coventry Council workers, over local people, and over the establishment, and over the government, yeah, and carry on portraying that they are not racist. And so this day, as I say, everyone knows the law worldwide, yeah. Obviously, it's spun off since the Ten Commandments, and people in charge of the laws make up the laws to protect their own people. And that's so-called the evolution of man, I'd say. Yeah, the more technology we've got, the more corrupted we're getting. And we can cover up all their tracks, paper trails. And so, yeah, they're trying to portray the city as non-racist, while what I am exposing, I've had to go to social media, yeah, to expose the corrupted racist racketeering, abusing covert operators who are networking to more racist people in the cinema room, wherever it is, in the HQ, yeah, to the audience members, yeah, whatever form part they are playing the role of overt or covert operators, or a network of so-called witnesses, statement makers and phone callers to social services, which is part of the stitch-up using family courts of protection. They're also shown orders to, yeah, and that's all. It's all scripted. They all know what to say when they think they can have their wicked way with them, if they can get a court order. If everything else, because it's all planned criminally, cunningly and illegally to government trained protocols to military and police precision. Yeah, as TIs are exposing all over the world. Yeah, and yeah, it's down to senior figures in UK government to come down to Coventry and sort the Coventry establishment out. Yeah, because, yeah, like I said, I know they have the cheek, the nerve, or audacity, yeah, to pull the wool over the city's eyes and over the government's eyes. And I find it funny, also, obviously appalling, yeah, about what they are doing to me and my mother and my brother, abusing us and training their juniors and new recruits how to use government equipment, see through all technology. If you check the links out, yeah, that they can carry on and think they can use the family courts of protections to cover up all the abuse that they're doing to us. Especially as well when my mother has worked for Coventry Council for 30 odd years. Yeah, got a better work record than most of the people she worked with back in the day then. Yeah, probably better work record than most of the local people who are working for the council. Yeah, and attendance record for work. Yeah, and so, yeah, I find it would be an audacity and atrocious if they think they can get away with the family courts of protection court order on any members of my family. Yeah, and that's why I'm doing these videos and exposing the city for what it is. Yeah, well, for what a lot of the Coventry Council workers in the Coventry Police, Coventry Fire Service, Ambulance Crew Service, NHS, yeah, and their council network. And obviously it's a big network in itself, let alone getting locals involved, let alone getting mercenaries involved from the Armed Forces, Foreign Legion, from the Fire Service, yeah, and the local people. And so, yeah, so that's the video for today, yeah. Coventry City Council have the cheek, the audacity, the nerve, yeah, to pull the wool over the city's eyes and over government workers, yeah, and somehow won the City Culture Award for 2020. Obviously got cancelled because of the lockdown last year. Yeah, and so the advertising now, and like I said, and the way I see it, the way the city's operating, and due to the misfits and the different ages of manpower in the gang stalking network, they've used students, when I've been around the city centre, around whether it's filmed for the mainstream media, yeah, I've been stalked all over the city. And it's check out the links for Look Out for Charlie. Yeah, it's not natural sound. Yeah, it's not natural from what angles they're coming from. It seems to be like they're normally always above us. Yeah, so above all the shops, above the city centre, they've got covert operators who do this daily And these crimes, as TIs have been exposed and have been going on for many, many decades and generations. And what we've done to me, my mother and my brother, is a nasty side of surveillance monitoring. Yeah, think what we have got away with before for decades and generations, to the level of manpower that I've come across who were gang stalking me or doing street theatre. Yeah, that's TIs exposing. Yeah, street theatre is where you're not part of a script, the play, the movie, a short video that these OVERT operators are doing, and listed police informers, when they try and wind up, try and bait up listed targeted individuals in public or in works areas or in the neighbourhood. Yeah, they're doing a little play for the covert operators to capture it all, and hoping that their bait, their target, yeah, gets entrapped in doing some kind of bodily action or vocal action. Yeah, and then the covert operators capture it all from all different angles, because they surround the targets like General Custer and the back of the Bighorn. Yeah, and then they put it all, edit it all, yeah, with a video, photographic or sound recording, to portray the target in a different light, and to what really happened, yeah, and is going on, yeah, to make out that the target is some kind of a Manchurian candidate type, some kind of violent, hot-headed, argumentative, stressed out loose cannon, yeah, if the target reacts to anything, or they try and come out with a symptom, an illness linked to the mental health sectors, yeah, to try and detain that target, also using witnesses, statement makers and phone callers who are all in on it all, watching it all part of the play, all part of the act, yeah. They use all that in a illegally, criminally organised, criminally planned surveillance monitoring, profile making agenda, yeah, to try and detain the target, to corruptly, yeah, cunningly, slyly, foxily, yeah, plan to police military position, yeah, to detain that target under the Mental Health Act, yeah, using a family court of protection, which is closed to the public and to the person that they are trying to detain, so they can't get no solicitors involved to defend themselves or speak up for themselves. Yeah, in this kangaroo court system, there's judge and jurors there, there's social workers there, there's mental health administrators there, so-called professors, scientists, yeah, linked to the Psychiatric Doctors Association, psychiatrists, and between them all, they act again, yeah, even though there's a lot more in on the script and know what's going to happen, yeah, to show the photographs, the videos, Iridology photographs, facial expressions, any sound recordings, they can all edit together, put together to portray the target as being mentally unstable, disturbed, yeah, having a mental, physical or mental illness, yeah, and then that way they'll get a court order to detain the target under the Mental Health Act and put them into a mental health institution. Or that's their kangaroo court system. Yeah, and depending what the target says or how they react to getting detained, or that will be used against them to say that they're psychotic, they're angry, they're unapproachable, blah blah blah, they're stressed. Yeah, so that's what we use to try and detain the targets under the court order system if the target has not reacted or done anything stupid or awful in a way of forced suicide, yeah, or getting arrested under Section 136 for lashing out in public. Yeah, the last desperate motive agenda will be trying to get court order on the targets. So that's what I've experienced. That's what they're still trying to do. They're still round here daily, 24 hours a day. They have that much manpower. They do 8-hour shifts. And so I'll leave it at that. TIs and everyone else listening with interest, digest it all, psychoanalyse it all, and have a good day. And do not let these covert abusers and these stalkers bring you down to their level. So TIs, keep your wits about you. Yeah, make sure your conscience is clear, and make sure, yeah, if they try all these dirty tricks of a trade, as we all know, yeah, that you do not get baited up and get entrapped. Have a good day.